Good evening, everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. The Delhi government Liquorgate scandal has taken a turn for the absurd, but also for the very dramatic. As the man in the eye of the storm and accused number one in the Delhi excise policy scam probe, Manish Sisodia has come out and claimed that the BJP offered him chief minister's post. They wanted him to dump the Aam Aadmi Party, a party he was a founding member of, bring down the others, including Arvind Kejriwal, and switch to the BJP if he wanted to save himself from the case. BJP, of course, has laughed it off. Today, both Sisodia and Arvind Kejriwal were in campaigning mode in Gujarat, and they batted on the front foot despite facing several serious allegations, both in the excise case and earlier in Satyendra Jain's case as well. Kejriwal, remember, is backing both party men. Is there any truth to Sisodia's claims? After all, the Aam Aadmi Party is one whose members have shot and scooted several times in the past, including Kejriwal himself, who has had to apologize after making allegations against others. This time, though, they claim they have proof. Is this an attempt to divert attention from the probe itself? Why is the Aam Aadmi Party not answering specific questions over the policy and the allegations in the FIR? There are gaping holes, really. Can politics evade your accountability? We will take those questions to our guests in just a bit, but first let me break down a couple of things. Here is what both sides are saying as far as this offer charge is concerned. Manish Sisodia's charge is that the BJP asked me to break the Aam Aadmi Party and also offered him the chief minister's position. The BJP, of course, has hit back saying that we have no place for corrupt people like him. Well, that's not something that will even stand the test of time. But Sisodia's charge is that BJP promised that the CBI ED cases will be withdrawn. Now, that's a very serious allegation. The BJP, of course, has hit back that why is the Aam Aadmi Party silent about the liquor policy reversal? Why are they not answering the specifics? Sisodia says that I have proof of BJP's messages, but they will be revealed in time. It looks like they're waiting for the right time. Why? One does not know. Finally, BJP has also said that Sisodia is scared of the CBI and hence he's trying to drag in the BJP. This, of course, is likely to become a big talking point for the upcoming Gujarat elections, where the Aam Aadmi Party feels it can give a fight to the BJP. But that's not the only state outside of Delhi where this controversy and scam is now raging. It has even touched Telangana when the BJP shockingly accused K. Kavita, daughter of Chief Minister KCR. Now, these are the allegations that they have made against her. That Kavita facilitated meetings of liquor barons with Aam Aadmi Party leaders. K. Kavita expectedly has said that allegations made by the BJP are completely baseless. The BJP has said that she arranged 4.5 crore bribe for Sisodia. That was eventually meant for Sisodia. Of course, K. Kavita has said that she has nothing to do as far as this liquor scam is concerned. BJP alleges that she has a big role in all that went down. She has had several meetings to suggest that. We are yet to see any proof of that, though. Of course, investigation is ongoing. Finally, K. Kavita has said and has thrown down the gauntlet that the BJP is messing with the wrong people. She has also initiated defamation proceedings over her name being dragged into it. But the big debate today is on Sisodia's claim of an offer from the BJP. Is this not an attempt to divert the attention from the probe? Because that's really all that Delhiites and the people across the country should be concerned with. Some more reactions from through the day and then we debate.
दो पार्ट थे उस मैसेज के कि एक तो आपके खिलाफ जितने ईडी के सीबीआई के केस चल रहे हैं इनको सबको खत्म कर दिया जाएगा और दूसरा है कि आप बीजेपी ज्वाइन करके पार्टी तोड़ के बीजेपी ज्वाइन कर लीजिए और हम आपको सीएम बना देंगे।
मनीष सिसोदिया जी जैसा भ्रष्टाचार का आरोप है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी ऐसे भ्रष्टाचारियों को सजा दिलाने के लिए कार्य करती है।
सब नाराज हैं कि मनीष सिसोदिया को गलत तरीके से सताया जा रहा है। उनको अब 3-4 दिन में इनको गिरफ्तार कर लेंगे। गिरफ्तार करने का क्या नतीजा होगा? 3 महीने 4 महीने तक शिक्षा व्यवस्था सफर करेगी। किसके फायदे में है ये? पूरा केस फर्जी है।
एक्यूज्ड नंबर 1 मनीष सिसोदिया कहने लगे कि मेरे पास एक संदेश आया है भाजपा का, जिनकी नीयत खोटी है, सोच छोटी है, उनको कोई क्या तोड़ेगा।
देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने मनीष सिसोदिया जी को रीच आउट किया। अगर वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी में शामिल हो जाते हैं तो नंबर 1, सीबीआई ईडी के सारे केस उनके खिलाफ बंद कर दिए जाएंगे।
जैसे जैसे मनीष सिसोदिया इस एक्साइज स्कैम में फंसते जा रहे हैं, गवाह सामने आ रहे हैं, डर गए हैं, घबरा गए हैं। आज कहा, बीजेपी ने कहा कि बीजेपी ज्वाइन कर लो।
Well, it's a no-holds-barred fight, and it looks like it is going to touch some new point every day. Let me go across to the guests who are joining us. Vineet Goenka of the BJP, Siddharth from the Aam Aadmi Party, Neeja Chaudhary, senior journalist, and Sadeem Ghosh, political commentator, also joining us on the show. Siddharth, I'm coming to you first up. On Friday, the Aam Aadmi Party representative on this show, on my show, said that the BJP wants to break the party. That's the first time I had heard it, and I even asked her that, you know, where is this coming from? Why did Manish Sisodia wait till today to make that allegation when a party spokesperson was already making it on Friday? Siddharth, can you hear me?
Yeah. This is BJP's modus operandi of trying to break opposition is not new. Operation Kamala in Karnataka started in 2009, and the latest episode of it has happened in Maharashtra just a few weeks ago. So BJP has always been trying to break Aam Aadmi Party, even during our first stint when we had only 28 MLAs. Then even then BJP has been trying to break the Aam Aadmi Party. Now, if BJP is alleging that Manish Sisodia is corrupt, then how come BJP is reaching out to him and making him the face of BJP?
Well, we don't know that. That's a claim of yours.
That, BJP itself says that Manish
We don't
Sisodia
know that,
is corrupt.
Siddharth. Let's not talk about it like it is an established fact just yet. But Siddharth, I think you didn't hear my question.
No, that's not my claim. That's not my claim. That's a fact. That's a fact.
How?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
How?
That's a fact. The established. Please come again. Please come again and I answer to the specific question.
You are saying that this is a fact that the BJP wants to bring Manish Sisodia over to their camp. I'll come back to that in just a bit. But the question I began by asking you was that the Aam Aadmi Party representative on my show on Friday said the same thing. Why did Manish Sisodia wait till today to make this claim, or that too on Twitter?
Aam Aadmi Party, as I clearly said, that BJP trying to break opposition parties is nothing new. It started in 2009 with Operation Kamal in Karnataka. It continues till a few weeks ago in Maharashtra. Trying to break Aam Aadmi Party has been going on with BJP for years now. They reached out to Manish Sisodia only recently, and the moment somebody reached out to Manish Sisodia personally, reaching out to Aam Aadmi Party and reaching out to Manish Sisodia are two different things. Reaching out to Aam Aadmi Party MLAs has been going on. It's in public domain for the last 10 years. They have had the guts and the courage to reach out to Manish Sisodia only after the CBI search at his home.
All right.
And then they tell him, they have the guts to tell Manish Sisodia that please come over to us. You can become the face of Aam Aadmi Party, of BJP in Delhi, and we will make sure that all the cases will be withdrawn.
Okay. Now let's come to the point that you were making, that this is an established fact. How? How have you established? How have you established that this advance was made to Manish Sisodia?
That the BJP has to answer. Now, who managed to speak to Mr. Shuvendu Adhikari? Who managed to speak to Mr. Baijant Panda? Who managed to speak to Mr. Narayan Rane? All these people, BJP had gone hammer and tongs against these people on their corruption, including.
But sir, if you are making the allegation that Manish Sisodia has been invited, then you have to prove it, no?
Sharma, be it Shuvendu Adhikari, be it Baijant Panda, the same person, the same gang of people, Yeah, that's what I'm proving, that the same gang of people who reached out to these people have reached out to Manish Sisodia, saying that we have accommodated these people in our party. They are in powerful positions. I am giving you an offer that please join our party, break
Sir,
Aam Aadmi
that's
Party, and we'll make
fine.
you the
I
CM
take
face.
your claim.
That
But
is
how
the
have
fact
you
of the matter,
proved
and this is
it?
what BJP
You
has done,
understand
sir.
what a
That
proof
hasn't
is?
BJP
You saying
joined
it is
Mr.
not
Hemant
proof.
Biswa Sharma, who was in
Anyways,
Congress, and
let me bring in Vineet Goenka. Vineet Goenka, respond to what Siddharth is saying.
Ram Ram to you and all the viewers who are watching this. There is a very old saying which I think Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson and the representatives have to answer. इस इधर उधर की बात न कर, ये बता काफिला क्यों लूटा, कैसे लूटा, और कहाँ लूटा, और कितने में लूटा. They have to tell the facts. I'm going to put in front of you dates which will tell you something. And like that, if Siddharth has some evidences, he should put it. September 4, 2020, the new liquor policy comes in existence. 5th February 2021, the Delhi cabinet sits, and you have multiple ministers in that. Manish Sisodia is there, Kailash Gehlot is there, Satyendra Jain is there. March 22nd, 2021, again there is a cabinet meeting. April 15, 2021, there is a movement from Chief Minister's office, Deputy Chief Minister's office to LG. LG rejects it, sends it with observations, and I will tell you 6 observations. May 21st, 2021, again there is a cabinet meeting. June 23rd, 2021, there is one more cabinet meeting. November 5th, 2021, there is one more cabinet meeting. Now, why did I tell you these dates? These are the dates when Delhi was going through the first wave and the second wave of COVID. People were dying. Aam Aadmi Party, Manish Sisodia, Arvind Kejriwal, Kailash Gehlot, Satyendra Jain, they were not interested in solving the problem of the patients, COVID. They were interested in selling liquor. दारू बेचने में ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट था. And as far as Mr. Siddharth, he was talking about Operation Kamla. Let me tell you about Operation Destroy. Operation Destroy has 4D from Aam Aadmi Party. Number 1, derogatory remark. Make derogatory remark about anybody, then go and ask apology. Be it be Sanjay Singh in the parliament, be it be Arvind Kejriwal for Jetli ji or Nitin ji. 2, increase the dropout ratio so the next generation is destroyed. 3rd, increase the drinking so that the next generation is destroyed. And then deception. ये नहीं हुआ, वहां नहीं हुआ, इन्होंने उन्हें संपर्क किया. Let me give you one more figure. Times of India, 1st February 2019. 66% of the students who failed in Delhi government schools were not re-admitted. I'll tell you the numbers. 1,55,436 students failed. 52,582 were only given admission. 1,02,854 students were out. I'm giving you numbers, date when the report was printed. Let my friend from Aam Aadmi Party give me dates like this.
No,
So I have
but
given you
we are
dates
not
of the
discussing
cabinet
their
meetings which
education
are
model.
there. I have given
This
you the
whole
dates of
thing
the
that
dropout
because
students and the
there is
data of
a
that.
very
And
good
if you want
education
more,
model in
I have
the
legal
national
data
capital,
also. You give me 3
that's
minutes,
why
I'll give you
this
this
is
data
happening.
also.
I am not
So now these
discussing that
people
at
have
all.
Operation Destroy.
No, Vineet,
in hand.
I am not discussing that at
They will destroy the
all.
next generation by giving them liquor. They will destroy the next generation with, dropping out in the schools.
I got it. I got your point. But
Anarchy.
please respond to the specific charge. They're saying they have proof. They will release it at an opportune time. They're also
नाम
allowed
बता
to do
दे,
politics
किसने
on
फोन किया
this.
था? किस कब फोन किया था? बस बहुत सिंपल है. Tell the name. Forget about the recordings. I'm simple. Just tell who has done it.
I think
These are
Siddharth
the
is
people who
responding.
give
to
written
you.
apology in the court. You want to believe them? These are the people who want our generations to die by drinking. These are the people who throw out the girls' children out of the school. Sir, I never spoke when you were speaking. Don't try that with me. Come out with your facts. I have given you the dates. I have given you the data. If you have data and dates, tell that. Don't try to speak in between.
No, you are asking him directly name who is the person who
If you
made
speak
the
in
call.
between,
Siddharth,
you
the
will
ball
not
is
become
in
right.
your court.
If you
Respond.
have data, give it. Else hide your face somewhere else. Very simple. Do you have data? Do you have the date of the person?
Exactly.
Or the name of the person who has
We
called
are saying on record that the
नाम
same
बताइए ना
gang of people who reached out to Mr.
Tell the name.
Hemant Biswa Sharma when
What
he was
same
in
person?
Congress,
Tell the name.
and
Why
he
are you
was
shying? Tell the name.
He was harassed. He was alleged as a corrupt person and then joined into BJP.
I have given you a date.
The same gang of people
February
who
5th.
spoke about
Kailash
Bajaj
Gehlot,
Panda as a
Manish
corrupt
Sisodia,
person
Satyendra Jain
and then ensured
sat
that
and
he
signed the
joined
document in the cabinet. Give me the dates like this. I am giving you specific data.
And then joined him into BJP.
You know how many girl children were thrown out of the school by you guys? Let me give you the data. 8,827 girl students failed in 9th standard of Delhi schools and they were never given an admission again. Give me data like this, sir. The audience who are listening are not fools. And this time you cannot come out and apologize. सिद्धार्थ जी, मुंह छुपाने के लिए जगह नहीं है. दारू बेचने में शर्म नहीं आती आप लोगों को? जनरेशन को बर्बाद करते हैं. और क्या डिफेंड करें आप खुद को? कोविड के समय पे दवाई नहीं देते थे, दारू बेचते थे. Which are these dates? April 15, 2021, peak of COVID, and you were doing cabinet meetings for दारू. दलाली की भी हद होती है, बेशर्मी की हद होती है.
दारू बेचने की बात कर रहे हो, दारू बेचने की बात हम लोग कर रहे हैं. उत्तर प्रदेश में भी दारू बिकती है, उत्तर प्रदेश में भी दारू बिकती है, मध्य प्रदेश में भी दारू बिकती है. उत्तर प्रदेश और मध्य प्रदेश
दलाली कोई नहीं लेता है.
बेच रहे हैं और आम आदमी
आप
पार्टी
लोग
नहीं
और
बेच रही
कोविड
है.
की पीरियड में
भाजपा बेच
शर्म है
रही
क्या?
है.
सिद्धार्थ जी, हाउ विल यू गो एंड फेस योर फैमिली? आई एम श्योर योर फैमिली विल बी वॉचिंग दिस टीवी.
कौन दारू बेच रहा है सर? गुजरात है आप.
Okay, let me come in. 1 second. I'll come back to our political representatives in just a bit. Neerja, I'm coming to you first up. Will it suffice? Vineet ji, I'll come back to you. Vineet ji, I'll come back to
You
you.
want data?
Vineet ji, I'll come back to you.
Who got 1 crore rupees
Sir,
from?
wait a second, please. Wait a second.
Who is the relative of Manish?
Neerja
Sisodia
ji,
who got 1 crore rupees?
will it suffice the Aam Aadmi Party and Sisodia making this claim and kind of, hijacking the entire narrative with this claim? Or will they have to put their money where their mouth is? Because in the past, they've made similar allegations. Not similar maybe, but, allegations against people, and then nothing has happened of them. This time around, if it is true, what are they waiting for?
Look, one thing is clear, we need more information, more hard facts. So far, it's, allegations and counter allegations. We need to know more to come to any definitive viewpoint. Now, it is true that the BJP as a party on the rise, Narendra Modi enjoying the kind of clout he has in the country today, that a large number of people who don't see a future in their existing parties will gravitate to this party. And the BJP has certainly been poaching. Many people have gone over. Now, obviously, if there was any substance in the possibility of Sisodia moving over, then it's an operation that's gone horribly wrong. That much is also clear with the allegations and the way it's happening. The second thing it tells you is there is now a no-holds-barred battle between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party. I think the BJP now feels the Congress is a force written off. They don't need to worry too much about it. They're focusing on the regional parties. Mr. J.P. Nadda has said as much that we want an India without regional parties. And Aam Aadmi Party is one of those parties, it's a newbie, and yet it's in power in 2 states, and it has its eye now from what Kejriwal has said in 9 states till 2024.
Right.
I personally don't think that they pose a challenge to Narendra Modi and the BJP in 24. But yes, 10 years, 15 years down the line, they may well come to occupy the space that Congress once had.
Yeah, and they do benefit from the Congress's decline, mostly.
They do benefit from the Congress's
decline. And in states where there's a direct BJP Congress fight, they have their best opportunities. I will just put a rider there, Neerja ji, that before Uttarakhand also we were being told that the AAP is gaining a lot. We saw the results, it didn't quite turn out to be like that. So a lot of this is also Hawabazi, right? Before Gujarat and Himachal.
You will move incrementally after all. It's a huge country.
Yeah.
And to have a presence pan-India will take some doing. Even if you're determined, people turn to you, repose their trust in you. I will just finish with one thing that is tantalizing for me. In July of last year, I met a senior BJP leader. And that person had told me, you wait and see, the Aam Aadmi Party is going to split.
Okay.
That was a very interesting thing as you were talking today. That conversation I went back to. So I mean,
is this charge believable?
They will want to weaken the Aam Aadmi Party.
No doubt. That's politics. I think it's clear that each party will try to weaken the other. Whoever is in a more powerful position will succeed than the ones who are not so powerful. But Neerja ji, my only question is, why are they waiting to put out the proof? If Manish Sisodia was able to put out the proof today, this entire accusation also, for example, this ED, the case also, they will come out looking better. What are they waiting for?
I think, as you yourself said, they may be waiting for an opportune moment. Or, in operations like this, you don't have things in writing. It's all very oral. What is promised.
They're saying they have an audio recording.
Well, if they have an audio recording, then obviously they're waiting for an opportune moment to
time.
release it.
Sandeep Ghosh, what do you think? do you believe this charge or this claim by the Aam Aadmi Party that of all people, Manish Sisodia is being attempted to be poached?
Shivani, thanks for getting back to me. First of all, I must congratulate Siddharth for putting Vineet, if I got the names right, totally off track with his discussion about education and other stuff, and got him into that same discussion. And that's a strategy which Aam Aadmi Party, I think, is employing with some degree of success. But at the same time, I think there is a gross underestimation of the intelligence of the general public and their credulity to think that they are not looking through the arguments. At least Congress talks of 2 generations away, says we are Nehru's descendant. Mr. Sisodia talks of I am Rana Pratap's descendant. Ordinary people don't get carried away by that. They would look at facts. So I am very amazed. Even if we accept, okay, let's say BJP does this, everybody, and Mr. Sisodia has got an offer. I don't see if earlier they said they purchase other parties' leaders, so why didn't they come with the cash bag earlier? They had to wait for now. Those, let's keep them aside. All of that may be true. But what's preventing Aam Aadmi Party to come down, make a very pointed presentation, taking each of the allegations one by one and answering it, rather than getting into the issue of whether Manish Sisodia is the best education minister in the world or he deserves a Bharat Ratna? I submit, even if he is a Bharat Ratna holder or a Nobel Prize.
That's not a defense for corruption.
No, if there is something happening, he has to be investigated.
Yeah, absolutely.
You cannot.
And especially a party that was born out of the, India Against Corruption movement. Caesar's wife has to be above suspicion. So you have to actually submit yourself even more. And you should be prepared to come out with facts and figures, as Vineet was saying and as Sandeep is saying, Siddharth, on the excise policy. Stick to the subject. The Aam Aadmi Party is talking about everything else under the sun.
If I may add, Aditi,
absolutely. Shall I answer to Sandeep on the excise policy per se?
Okay, Mr. Ghosh wants to finish his point, Siddharth, then you come in.
You see, normally people play the victim card after the act. They are kind of doing it preemptively. They're putting the card forward even before the act has happened, and they think that will benefit them in the elections in Gujarat. That's why Arvind Kejriwal is going on predicting Manish Sisodia will be arrested tomorrow. The after tomorrow I'll be arrested, and trying to build that kind of a case.
Yeah, they said so for Satyendra Jain too. Remember what they said? He's Prabhari of Himachal Pradesh, which is why he's under attack. Okay, right. Siddharth. Why not answer the specifics?
Yeah, exactly. I'll answer to the specific question of the expert who are speaking about the excise policy. One thing is very clear, that in this country, if any policy is to be opposed, there are 3 avenues where these policies can be opposed. The first avenue of opposition of any policy, if it is a wrong policy, is the legislature or the floor of the House. The second avenue where a policy can be opposed by any aggrieved person is challenging that policy in a court of law. Or the third avenue of challenging any policy, if that policy is wrong, is to ensure that mobilize people and bring them on the street. If the liquor policy of Delhi is wrong, how come BJP has chosen not to exercise any of these 3 avenues? It is not challenging this policy on the floor of the Delhi Vidhan Sabha. It is not challenging this policy as wrong in a court of law. It is not mobilizing people on the ground. It is not bringing people on the ground. It is just hurting the federal structure of this nation.
I don't get it.
If Tamil Nadu comes up with a policy which the BJP doesn't agree with, can they send the ED or the CBI to the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu's place in Chennai and say that this policy is wrong and that is why I am hounding you with
No. That is not how this works. First of all, Delhi is not a state. Delhi is a union territory.
Absolutely, Delhi is a state. We can stand corrected on that. Delhi is a state. And excise policy falls under the Delhi government.
Okay. Okay, both Sandeep and Vineet want to respond to you. No, I am Sandeep, I'll come to you. Vineet ji, I'll give you the moment after that. I am surprised. First, the Aam Aadmi Party said this is a great policy. Then it said actually it was great, but the LG made last minute changes. It is not so great anymore. Then they said actually whatever happened wrong was because of the LG's interference. Now they're saying this policy is the greatest again. I'm confused, frankly.
Yeah, Shivani,
Sandeep.
let me correct.
No, this is a consistent policy.
Okay, Siddharth, I'll come back to you. Sandeep.
One point of order. BJP did not CBI. Just wait a minute, Siddharthji.
Siddharth,
BJP did not go to CBI. It is a chief secretary's
Exactly.
report which the LG has acted asking CBI to come in. And second point, you must give credit to the Congress. They were the first people to raise this issue about this policy. They went to the chief secretary, the LG chief secretary, everybody made petition. BJP was the last to come in only after the CBI raids have happened. So he needs to get his chronology correct and get the facts correct. And this very important point, he should not say LG. And
I'm just shocked that this argument that you either do protest or you go to court or you go to the assembly is coming once again from a party that stood for corruption, against corruption. Corruption, if it is highlighted by anybody, why should you object?
Yeah. What is the corruption charge?
That is what the probe will find.
Exactly. The FIR today states that the CBI's FIR only says that they have come to know through sources about some deal regarding 1 crore rupees.
That's sir, one part of it. Sir, that's one part of it. The CS has given a full report on how this policy was implemented wrongly. There's a cabinet note.
Shivani, in that FIR, there is only the corruption angle. The FIR is speaking only, the CBI is only saying.
So that will be found out, no? Let the investigation happen. No, let's discuss what you said about how an investigation can happen and how you can raise an objection towards the policy. I got that point. Let Vineet Goenka come in. Okay. Siddharthji, I got your point. Let Vineet respond. Vineet, is he right?
Mr. Siddharth, you will have to allow others to speak, please.
Yeah, only Vineet now, yes.
Ma'am, he talked about 4 places to oppose.
3 places.
This gentleman is exactly a replica of Arvind Kejriwal, who can speak any lie. I myself, under the leadership of President of Delhi, we went to Jantar Mantar and we staged dharna. Rambir Biduri ji raised it in the parliament, in the assembly.
Right.
Adesh Gupta, Rambir Biduri and other MLAs met LG. All that in July 2021. There were several agitations done outside the house of Mr. Kejriwal. So, Mr. Siddharth, before you speak, check the dates. And you know that I bring dates in front. You want me to dates when our people spoke in the house and our people met the LG, our people did dharnas outside. I can give entire list. I'll publish my photographs tomorrow itself on Twitter. So please apologize. Don't speak in between, sir. I never spoke in between. I'll give you direct examples. 30 crore rupees been returned from
No,
deposit.
Siddharthji, not like this.
following the
Siddharthji, not like
procedures.
this. Let Vineet finish.
Blacklist companies been given tenders.
Yes.
You violated tender documents. You gave relaxation of rupees 50 per box of foreign liquor to increase drinking here. You reduce the age of drinking. You reduce the number of dry days. You increase the number of shops. There was DP violation. There was time and again 79 total conversation which we wanted to do with the Chief Minister. I am repeating, and if you want me to give you dates, we have the dates, sir. I don't shout like you, sir, because I have data in front of me. And I don't get hackled also. People like you meet me every day. I repeat the dates. 4th September 2000, you sat down to do liquor policy discussion. 15th April
Okay, that is fine.
2021,
No,
the peak
Vineetji, we
of
went
COVID.
into that.
You sent the paper to LG and LG
One
returned
second,
it.
Vineet
You
Goenka,
want me to
just
give any
wait
data
1
about
second.
the
I'm
number of
very,
days
very
it was talked in
amused
the
with
assembly?
this shifting of the
Will you face this
goalpost.
question
Neeja
tomorrow?
Chaudhary, I'm
We will
coming
file
to
an
you.
RT and give you the dates.
Do you feel this is a good enough defense that if you wanted to oppose a policy, there are only 3 avenues to do it? And frankly, I don't think protesting and mobilizing on the ground is some sort of a legitimate way to challenge a policy. You
we have
can
done that
mobilize
also.
and the policy may have nothing
These kind
wrong.
of
You
people
cannot
want that.
mobilize, the
Even
policy
that
may
was
be
there.
bad.
We went
So
to
that
LG, we
I'm
went to the house.
cancelling out. That's a very, very poor defense. But through the assembly or through courts, Neeja Chaudhary, is that a good defense for the Aam Aadmi Party?
Look, I would say certainly assembly, and when serious allegations have been made, I would think certainly you and I, as citizens of India, want to know what are the facts. What is it? What is the charge that's being made? What do you have to say as a political party? And of course, I can understand as a political party, your response today is political. What you're saying is they're targeting us because we are claimants also for 2024.
Right.
We are going to challenge them in 2024. That is why they are targeting us. Now, that may be true or not true, but certainly people of India will want to know from the Aam Aadmi Party leadership, what was the policy? How was it implemented? You know, how do you meet the serious charges that have been leveled against
Yeah,
you?
including waivers, including people who shouldn't have got multiple zone licenses, including blacklisted firms. These are specific charges. The Aam Aadmi Party can talk about all of this, and we are all ears. But you cannot say that because this has not come through courts, because this has not come through Legislative Assembly, where the Aam Aadmi Party has a brute majority. Let's not forget. I have seen personally Delhi Assembly, Legislative Assembly sessions where you've not allowed your opponents to speak.
Shall I answer to Nirja, Shivani? Shall I answer to Nirja?
Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds, sir. I'm running out of time.
I respect Nirja. I respect Nirja ji very much. And the simple
One by one. Siddharth first, then Vineet. Yes.
I'm answering to Nirja ji because she has asked a question as a citizen, and I respect her journalism too much not to answer to that. The simple answer, the simple defense Aam Aadmi Party has is that in the excise policy of Delhi, not a single new liquor vend has been approved. Point number one. Point number two, an excise policy which is increasing the revenue of the state government by 1,300 crores. Point number two, not a single vend being increased, excise revenue increase of 1,300 crores. How can a policy which is bringing in revenue to the state, which is bringing in revenue to the exchequer without increasing a single vending outlet, can it be termed as corruption?
Okay, but then why did you blame the LG? But then why did you blame the LG?
That is why in the FIR of the CBI there is absolutely no discussion about.
I'm running out of time. Vineet Goenka, please respond. 30 seconds only. 30 seconds only.
Only 1 second, Shivani.
Mr. Siddharth is not informed, probably. The number of shops which are increased are more than 800. As I pointed out, in the peak of COVID period, they pushed this multiple times to the LG. LOP spoke in the house and they have to answer. Why did they return the honest deposit money, which was not supposed to be returned? Why did they enroll blacklisted company? There is also one more allegation. They allowed the vendor to check the quality of the liquor. In this planet, nobody allows a thief to investigate against himself, but they have done that. They have violated the DP rules. Number of shops which opened in the last 3 months in that Delhi. If you just drive down in Delhi, you go by bus, you go by your car, you will see the number of shops which has opened. Mr. Siddharth, you will have to tell people how much money did you get. You have to tell the people whether you are into Operation Destroy, whereby you want to destroy the next generation by offering them drink, throwing them out of, dropping them out of the schooling system. Your derogatory remarks and your deception is now being called off.
I've run out of time. I thank all of our guests for joining us. We will, of course, have to wait and see whether the Aam Aadmi Party eventually provides any proof that Manish Sisodia has been approached. Shift.